Good afternoon, everybody. Hope we're all having a great weekend. Welcome back to Wolfie's Den. Today we're going to go through my latest pickups, deliveries, etc. etc. There'll be a couple of unboxings, I think, as such, as well. There's going to be a bit of a Clint Eastwood kick in this. There's been a few releases of his films in the last week or so. I wasn't originally going to do a DVD because I didn't think I had enough DVD video this week, because up until about 3 or 4 days ago I didn't have that many things to discuss really, but there's suddenly been an influx in the last 3 or 4 days, so I thought it best we have a look to see what we've got coming in new. There's a few oddities in here, a few DVDs, some Blu-rays, quite a few 4Ks this week as well coming. I shall be going through them, giving my IMDb ratings on them and everything. I've got a few notes written down here, so you have to excuse me if I refer to them as well, because I can't remember everything as I go along. Okay, let's have a look and let's begin and see what's been happening. So, first up, we have not a film, but this very nice Iron Maiden Trooper Goblet from Nemesis Now. Very good company if you're into these kind of things, goblets, tankards, any sort of memorabilia from bands and things. This is the place to go, Nemesis Now. I managed to get this, where did I get it from now? I got this off eBay, this one. Got it for a pretty good price. It was under 20 quid. I think normally they're about 35, I'm guessing. So I did well on that one. Next up is a bit of an oddity, shall we say. What's that phrase? Is it little things please little minds, or small minds? You know the phrase I mean, that kind of thing. Well, this is one of those things. This is the Alien Queen from the film Aliens. It's red for some reason, but all these bits are movable, sort of thing. Movable arms, and the little bits, the little ones in between, they all, oh, where are we? They all move to wherever you want them, so to speak. There we go, like that. And the legs move, you can move to any position you want. These all move. The fun thing, ah dear, the fun thing is this. As you say, as I said with the phrase before, but I quite enjoy it. It's a bit of fun. I should put it up on my shelf somewhere with the Alien head and Alien DVDs and etc., Blu-rays and that. So there we are, the Alien Queen. So that was a bit of fun. Right, so let's move on to the main events, the DVDs, Blu-rays and 4Ks that have arrived this week. So first up, we've got 2 or 3 DVDs. We have a film that I hadn't heard of. It was a blind buy. This is a film called Shrieker. It's a 1998 film, horror film, 15 rated. It's 1 hour 12 minutes long. This is US import, comes out from Full Moon. Has an IMDb rating of 3.9, so nothing spectacular. There's no like major stars or anything in it, but I picked it off Vinted for £1, so worth a blind buy just for a bit of fun. So that's Shrieker. Then we have a British film which I think must be in the thinnest DVD case ever. I mean, look at that. This is a British film called Invasion from 1966. It's a sci-fi film, has a PG rating. It's 1 hour 22 minutes long. It's put out by Network on the Network label. Has an IMDb rating of 5.6, which I suppose is not too bad for a 1966 film. And it stars Edward Judd and was directed by a guy called Alan Bridges. So that's Invasion. And the last of the DVDs I've picked up this week is, let me just check my notes. Yeah, is a film from 1959, a bit of a creature feature. It's called Attack of the Giant Leeches. PG film, 1 hour 2 minutes long. It's put out by Elstree Hill video label and has an IMDb rating of 3.7. So I'm not expecting loads from this one. This was another one that was only a couple of quid off Vinted. So we shall have a bit of fun with that one, no doubt. So that was the DVDs. So moving on next to the Blu-rays. Right, first up we have a film called Stone. Nice slip cover in this one. Slippy slip, as they say. So this is Stone. It's a film from 1974. It's an action film. It had an X rating then in 1974. It's 2 hours 12 minutes long. It's a bit of like a Mad Max biker story. This is put out by 88 Films. Has a IMDb rating of 6.3. So that's not too bad. It's directed by someone called Sandy Hubbard. No sort of really major stars in it. Picked this one up from CEX. I had some vouchers, so it didn't really cost me anything much. That's Stone. Next up is a horror film. It's a film called The Last Matinee from 2020. It's a horror slasher, 18 rated, put out by Arrow Films. Has an IMDb rating of 5.9, with average. 1 hour 28 minutes long. No major cast. This was another Vinted pickup. 4 or 5 quid, I think, something like that. It has a Uruguayan director, which I won't try and pronounce his name. That's The Last Matinee. Moving on next, we have a very good pickup. This was a very, very good pickup. This is the In Search of Darkness documentaries. These were intense documentaries about the horror films from the 80s, 90s and beyond. There was originally three separate Blu-rays. I think it was In Search of Darkness, the first one, the 80s, then it was the 90s, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, they're very rare, and on eBay, I know the first one by itself was £45, and some of the follow-up Blu-rays were silly money if you wanted to pay that kind of thing. So anyway, I was very lucky with this one. This is, oh, nearly lost it. This is the trilogy. This is all 3 documentaries on here. In Search of Darkness, the trilogy, horror documentary. The original came out in 2019. It's not rated at all. There's no rating on it. Has an IMDb rating of 8, which is pretty good. 8 out of 10. Now this is a sort of fan-made BDR, I believe, and it runs for 14 hours 46 minutes. and it's got people like Tom Atkins, Doug Bradley in it. Directed by someone called David A. Reiner. As I say, just the original one Blu-ray was going for £45. I managed to get this on Vinted for the whole trilogy for 20 quid, and that's a bargain. It was a big bargain, because if you want all three you're going to be paying £100 plus easy. So In Search of Darkness, this is one of the definitive documentaries on horror slasher films, etc. So well pleased with that one. Next up we have another blind buy. There's a film called Flesh Contagion. This doesn't have a rating on it for some reason. It's a horror film from 2020, put out by Empire Video. IMDb rating of 5.2, runs for 1 hour 20 minutes, and is directed by Lorenzo Lepri. If anybody knows him, I'm assuming it's a bit of an Italian horror body mutilation type thing. Another Vinted pickup. Flesh Contagion. I'm having a bit of a run on Vinted over the last few months, finding some really decent things on there. Next up we have a Shudder original series. This is Creepshow Season 2. 2019 this was. I think it's when the first one came out. Horror anthology. Got quite a few little horror tales in here. This one's an American import. I'm not sure if it's released on UK Blu-ray. This has an IMDb rating of a decent 7. It has people like Kevin Dillon, C. Thomas Howell, Ted Raimi, and directed by Greg Nicotero. This was an eBay pickup, this one. So I think it says on here it's 11 terrifying tales in this. Each tale's about 40 minutes long, I think, somewhere around there. So that's Creepshow Season 2. Next one, just picked this one up. It's not one of the greatest films, but I just picked it up to finish off the series as such so far. This is The Expendables 4. So probably the worst out of the lot, but it was £2 on Vinted. This is 2023 action film, 15 rated, 1 hour 43 minutes long. This one's put out by Lionsgate. Has an IMDb rating of 4.8, so you can see that it's down on the others. So yes, a couple of quid off Vinted. It's got Sly Stallone, Jason Statham, Megan Fox in this one. It's directed by Scott Waugh. Expendables 4. Right, this one I've been looking out for a while, since I heard it was being released. This is another excuse me, another sort of fan-based release. This is Alien 3: The Legacy Cut. It's a sci-fi horror. When it came out at an R rating, came out in 1922, and obviously this has been redone for 2025. I paid a little bit more than I would normally pay for these kind of things, but this is on a BDR. I paid £15 for this one, but I really wanted this one to see what it was like. It's an IMDb rating is 6.4 originally, 1 hour 54 minutes long. Sigourney Weaver and directed by David Fincher. This is a brand new edit of the 1992 sci-fi classic, using elements from both the theatrical cut and the assembly cut. The legacy cut comes with a new professional design, shot-by-shot code regrade for the first time in full glorious 4K. Relived the horror more than 40 newly restored, enhanced visual effects shots, compositing and colour corrections, new sound effects, and reworked score in selected scenes. experience Alien 3 as you've never seen it before. So this is, I haven't watched this yet, so I'm looking forward to see how it goes. This is Alien 3, the Legacy Cut. Right, next up we have an old one which I thought I had in the collection, but for some reason I didn't. This is 1989's The Puppet Master. 15 rated, 1 hour 30 minutes long. Horror film, obviously. This is put out by 88 Films. Has an IMDb rating of 5.5. Stars Paul Lamont and is directed by David Schmoller. So that's The Puppet Master. Then we have quite an old film. Well, yes, quite an old film. This is the put out by Studio Canal, Cult Classics. This is Horrors of the Black Museum. Got a nice slip cover on that one. This is a 1959 film. So then it was originally an X, although it says 12 on here. It was originally an X. It's 1 hour 33 minutes long. As I say, Studio Canal, IMDb rating of 5.9, and stars Michael Gough, and it was directed by Arthur Crabtree. So that's the Horrors of the Black Museum. And the last Blu-ray is another another fan-based collaboration on a BDR or bootleg, whatever you want to call them. This is Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. So basically this is Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2 put together for one whole film, so you don't get any gaps or anything when you have to put the second disc in. This obviously this is from 2003 and 2004 originally. Was 18 rated. Kill Bill 1 is 1 hour 51 minutes and 2 is 2 hours 17 minutes. So this is fan made BDR, and it has very high IMDb ratings of 8.2 and 8 originally, so that's quite high. Where are we on the back here? Yep. Kill Bill, The Whole Affair is a complete edit of the two-part martial arts action films Kill Bill 1 and 2. The film was originally planned to be released as one part, however due to the film's over 4 hour running time it was split into two parts. So basically they've re-edited it back into one film. So if you've got a spare 4 hours to kill, this is the one to watch. Uma Thurman, David Carradine, Daryl Hannah, and obviously was directed by Quentin Tarantino. So that's another one I've got to watch. Right, next we have the 4Ks. Right, maybe a few unboxings in this. So we'll have a look at this one. First of all, this is the Amityville Horror. I'll open this one up. We haven't opened this one up yet. Let's have a look. There's rubbish down there. So this is Amityville Horror. Nice sturdy shiny slip on this one. Can't there's anything inside. Well, here's two films, the 4K and the Blu-ray with Amityville House artwork on it. Right, this originally was a 1979 film, had an X rating at the time. 1 hour 57 minutes long. This has been put out by 88 Films. IMDb rating 6.2. James Brolin, Margot Kidder. Directed by Stuart Rosenberg. So this is a 4K pickup from Vinted for £14. So happy with that. Next up, another one I've got to open up. This is an American import 4K because you can't get it over here. This is the collector's edition of The Return of the Living Dead. It's another vintage pickup. Horror film, obviously, 1985, 18 rated, 1 hour 31 minutes long. So it's a MGM US import. It's a 3-disc set and has a decent 7.3 on the IMDb rating, which is pretty good for a horror film. And stars Clu Gallagher. It was directed by Dan O'Bannon. It's a 3-disc set. Yep, you got the 4K film, the Blu-ray, and they're all special features. So nice artwork on there as well. So that was another nice little pickup. I say with a lot of these ones that just released in USA, I've noticed on eBay most of these kind of films go for £35 plus. Obviously we've imported from the USA, and you have to pay their taxes, etc, and the postage. But this was a good vintage pickup again. I think it was around about 20. I can't remember exactly. But decent pickup. So it was all still sealed. Next up, I have a CX pickup. This is the 4K. I don't know why I haven't had this in 4K before. But, this is the 4K of Harrison Ford in Blade Runner. Sci-fi thriller from 1982. Was originally an AA rating. If anybody remembers that. It's 1 hour 57 minutes long. It's from Warner Brothers. Has a very high IMDb rating of 8.1. So I picked this up for CX, but I had a voucher. I think it was going for about £15, but I had a couple of vouchers, so it didn't cost me anything. And it stars Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer, and it's directed by Ridley Scott. Next up, another sort of classic. This is the 35th anniversary of Fatal Attraction. It's sort of an erotic thriller. 18 rated, 1987. So Paramount label put this one out. It's 1 hour 59 minutes long. This was another vintage pickup. It's still on a slip and it's still sealed and everything. This is a vintage pickup for 10 quid. Has a nice IMDb rating of 6.9. Stars Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, and was directed by Adrian Lynn. So there we go, Fatal Attraction 4K. Ooh. Next up we have another US import, sci-fi horror. This is Leviathan, 1989, 18 rated, 1 hour 38 minutes long. This is a Kino Lorber US import. IMDb rating of 5.8. So middle of the road. Stars Peter Weller, Richard Crenna, and a lady called Amanda Pays. Now you've got to watch her in this film. She has one of the most sexiest voices I've ever heard in all my life. And there is a hot, sweaty, shall we say, underwear scene with her. And that's what I'm saying. And this was directed by George P. Cosmatos. So that's Leviathan. Right, what have we got next? Look at the right, another one I've got to unbox. This is where we go into a bit of a Clint Eastwood mode now. I'll get this open. We have Well, you use a knife on this one because it's a steel book. But we have the 4K steelbook of The Outlaw Josie Wheels. This is a 4K steelbook, originally 1976, I believe. It's a Western, 18 rated, 2 hours 15 minutes long. This is a Warner Brothers release. It has a nice IMDb rating of 7.8. It stars Clint Eastwood, Sandra Locke, and was directed by Clint Eastwood. Let's see if this back. Oh, there. I'll pull it right off. That's the back of it. I'll open it. Let's have a look inside. Might be some more artwork. Yeah, a bit more artwork inside. So that is the steelbook of The Outlaw Josie Wales. Right there. Next, another one to unbox. We have more Clint Eastwood. And get into it. We have Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. This is the Chunky Arrow box set. 1964 film. 15 rated. 1 hour 39 minutes. Obviously a Western, Arrow Films. This is the Chunky box set. This is IMDb rating of 7.4. Sorry, 7.9. And stars Clint Eastwood and is directed by Sergio Leone. So let's have a look what we got inside, if we can get into it. Yeah. So we've got a bit of a sort of a matte finish on there, I think. Really glossy. It's nice artwork on the back. And we have, what do we have inside? Oh, yeah, I'm not going to unfold it all, but we have a big poster. I'm not going to unfold it all because I'll probably never fit it. Fold it back up again. Nice poster. Then we have a booklet. Tell you all about the film, etc. And there, the booklet. And then we have the DVD itself. DVD 4K. More artwork on the discs inside. So that's very nice. I know there's probably quite a few of the so-called bigger YouTubers out there who have reviewed this when it first come out on the first day. I'm not one of those people who like, oh look at me, I'm reviewing it straight away, you know. I bide my time. I'll unbox them when I'm ready. I just see a load of it. It's like one day after or on the same day the film's been released, there's reviews, unboxings. It's just not worth getting into that kind of thing. It's just people want to be the first all the time. I just don't get it. Anyway, not ranting on them. That's Fistful of Dollars, Arrow. Next up we have Clint Eastwood again, you guessed it. This is Escape from Alcatraz. This is a US import again. 1979. 15 rated. This is 1 hour 52 minutes long. This is a prison drama. Kino Lorber label this one. A decent IMDb rating of 7.5. It says Clint Eastwood and Patrick McGowan starring, and is directed by Don Siegel. Next up we have, what we got here, we have a couple of, I'm not going to unbox these ones at the moment, but we have Jason X 2001, 15 rated, 1 hour 32 minutes long. It's a horror. Arrow Films put this one out. As IMDb rating of only 4.5, so not one of the greatest. Stars Kane Hodder and is directed by James Isaac. Actually, I think I will open it just to make sure everything's in there. Might as well. I've undone all the others, so I might as well undo this one. So, as a slip cover, and inside we have, let's see what we have. We have, not sure what this is. Just like a logbook of what's going on, sort of in the cast. A few pictures. And we have an advertising logo card, and there is a small poster in there as well, and there's the book, and there's your 4K as well. No Blu-ray in this, just the 4K. Slip cover. There's a little bit of a sort of, maybe you can see it, I can't really see it, shiny embossing going on there. Maybe catch it. So that's Jason X. And of course, as some of you probably well know, also come out on the same day is Jason Goes to Hell. So we're opening him up as well. Right, similar design as the other original Friday the 13th had this as well. Similar design. This is Jason Goes to Hell. This was 1993 release. 18 rated. 1 hour 27 minutes long. Say Arrow Films released this one. IMDb rating of 4.1. So again, not a very good rating. And it also stars Kane Hodder and was directed by Adam Marcus. So I'm assuming it's going to be a similar thing as to the other one. Let's have a look. Yep. Poster there as well. And nice little booklet there. I'm showing you these pictures. Yeah. It's like a nice little booklet, and oh, this one has 2 discs in this one. It says the theatrical cut and the unrated cut. Yeah, that's quite pleasing. Nice artwork. No, I didn't think there was going to be 2 discs in that one. Right, and I think last but not least, this arrived this morning. I'm really pleased about this, and we're back on Mr. Eastwood again. And this is the chunky box set, collector's edition of Dirty Harry. See the glossy Dirty Harry. This is a 1971 film, X-rated at the time, 1 hour 42 minutes long, cop drama. It's a cop drama. This is put out by Warner Brothers. IMDb rating is 7.7. This was directed by Clint Eastwood and Don Siegel. So this is a chunky way around you want it. So let's have a look, see what we've got in here. Right, looks like a nice little package in here now. So let's have a look without breaking anything. See what's inside here. Oh, we have the obligatory poster, and we have a lot. We have some art cards, some photos, and pictures from like on set. There, I'm going to show all of them in colour ones. There's a Scorpio killer. So we have all that. So we've got photos and art cards in there. Let's try and get this all back in again, which never works. No, right, that's it. So they're back in there. And we have a very nice Dirty Harry steelbook. With the 4K and the Blu-ray inside, and some more artwork. I say there's probably more people done better unboxings in this. I mean, I'm just doing a mass sort of pickups and things. There's probably people have done individual videos for these kind of things. So anyway, that's the steelbook, very nice. And that's the chunky box set of Dirty Harry. That's coming this morning. Oh, and basically that is that. So quite a influx over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. Some goodies in there. Thank you to any people who've newly subscribed. Thank you very much for coming to the channel. We'll be carrying on the DVD journey with this lot very soon. I think we're up to letter Q. I think there's probably not many of those films, so it'll be probably Q and R coming up next very soon. So if you'd like to, please subscribe, like what you see, add a few comments. Don't get enough comments. And I hope to see you all very soon. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.